Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, That One Weep, here back with part 7 for What If Naruto Uzumaki... Wait a minute. No. What if Naruto, the series, had devil fruits? Not Naruto Uzumaki. Yeah, I know I made that joke like in every intro now, so I'm gonna stop it soon, I swear. But if you don't know why I'm tired of that joke, make sure to go up here to the top upper right hand corner of your screen where I have linked the playlist for this awesome story. What if Naruto had devil fruits? And for the rest of you beautiful, smexy 10 out of 10 people who are still here, thank you. But let's continue. Enough of that. Let's continue where we last were in the story, which was Naruto activating the Nine Tails power and further delving into it, turning into the One-Tailed Cloak where chakra is now pouring out of his body. And the One-Tailed Cloak has all of its effects the same as Naruto, increased strength, speed, agility, and the cloak gives him a healing effect as well, right? So, let's get back right into the end of part 6's final battle between Sasuke and Naruto. Naruto's body would start glowing orange. As chakra begins glowing around him, his eyes turning into a crimson red matching Sasuke's Sharingan. Sasuke would activate into his triple Tomoe by this point, using his full power of observation Haki and his devil fruit, the Mera Mera no Mi. Naruto would not be using Hashoken anymore, mostly because his anger-fueled brain is unable to let him remember his techniques, so he's kind of like a brawler when in this first form of the Nine Tails Cloak, which is pretty normal. But anyway, it doesn't matter since he has access to the Gura-Gura no Mi, giving him the strength of the man who can destroy the world. He moved forward at blinding speeds, kicking off the ground in his one-tail state and throwing a punch at Sasuke. Sasuke would phase through it with Naruto not having covered his fist of armor and Haki before Naruto's left leg would be covered with the Gura-Gura no Mi power, slamming into Sasuke's gut. Sasuke would get curved by the crack in the air as he gets sent sprawling across the water and hitting the other side, luckily not falling in. Naruto would try leaping over the river, but it would be too much of a disadvantage. Sasuke would see, almost peering into the future, as he looks up, staring at Naruto who's just over the riverbed and slamming two of his fists down made of flames on top of him, turning his arms into flames and blasting Naruto into the water. The Nine Tails Cloak would get peeled off him immediately as Naruto would sink to the bottom of the ocean, his eyes which are still red, causing him to drown. As Naruto is drowning at the bottom of the river, realizing he can't swim, his eyes would start turning back to blue. That is, he's been kicked out of the Nine Tails state. Sasuke would wipe his face thinking it's over, before Naruto bursts out of the water, re-emerging back in the Nine Tails Cloak. With him not having eaten a devil fruit himself, Naruto is able to pull himself up to shore as he then lunges out of the water, grappling Sasuke with armament Haki covering his fist now as the Nine Tails Cloak enhances it even further. Covering with a Gura-Gura no Mi, he'd slam it into Sasuke's leg, breaking it. Sasuke would scream out in pain as he then throws his hand up, turning into flames, trying to burn Naruto's face. It would all be completely useless though, because Naruto's Nine Tails Cloak would be healing him faster than Sasuke can make damage on his face. With his one good leg, he'd pull it up to his chest, kicking Naruto off of him and turning that leg into flame. Now switching positions as he's on top of Naruto and grabs his wrists, burning them, as he then throws a punch of flare right into Naruto's face. Naruto would roar, the wind from the Nine Tails kicking Sasuke off of him as the two are grappling towards the riverbed. If he can push Sasuke in, it's over. But it can never be that simple now, can it? In this world, there is no sealing jutsu or ninjutsu or anything, and Orochimaru isn't attempting to steal Sasuke's body. He's collecting powerful forces to overtake the world as its new king, basically having the ambitions of a conqueror. And so Orochimaru and Kabuto would be heading towards Sasuke and Naruto at this very moment. Kabuto would arrive first, jumping down to the valley, but an ironic twist of fate, because Shino is on the Sasuke rescue team, things would be cleaning up much faster on Naruto's end of things as well. Kabuto would arrive pushing Sasuke and Naruto apart as he kicks Naruto away. Naruto would then turn seeing him as he roars out, "Get the hell out of my way!" Sasuke would be coughing as he pushes himself away from the riverbed, Orochimaru beginning to slide down the hill and approach Naruto. Naruto now in a 3v1. This is just in time as Shino and Hinata and Rock Lee come charging through the clearing from the other side, leaping into the valley as we now have 4 Leaf Shinobi versus the 3 Sound Ninja, interrupting Naruto and Sasuke's fight. As Sasuke is about to be taken by Orochimaru, Naruto would scream out, Don't take him!" It's at this point that something would snap, something inside of Naruto, as a weird aura would cover the field. Everyone on the battlefield, Lee, Shino, Hinata, and Kabuto, would be knocked unconscious immediately, as a wave of energy would be pushed out from Naruto's body. Even Naruto would have a hard time knowing what this is, having done this just by instinct. Yes, Naruto would have just in that moment used Sage Haki, or as it's more commonly known to all of us, Conqueror's Haki. Orochimaru would be impressed, wondering who the hell this kid is, and Sasuke would be shaking, wondering what the hell was that. Orochimaru would send out one of his snakes, creating a huge snake as it rushes towards Naruto to distract him. Orochimaru would take this opportunity to grab Kabuto in one arm, picking up Sasuke and transforming into a snake and fleeing, saying that there's no time for them to waste here, saying they have to get out of here before more arrive. Naruto would be slammed into by the snake, but he wouldn't let it take him far, as with 2 fists, he would create a double enhanced Gura-Gura no Mi, sledgehammering it into the snake's brain and causing the entire snake to rip in half, as both the snake and Naruto would plummet down the waterfall into the river below. Naruto falling and hitting a rock as he's now unconscious, his hand up against Sasuke's silhouette, as Sasuke and Orochimaru and Kabuto would have successfully won the day, even if they were completely running scared shitless of the enhanced Ninetales Naruto, who just awakened Conqueror's Haki, might I add. Hinata, Lee, and Shino would wake up first before Kakashi would arrive, with in the original timeline Kakashi being the one to come and find Naruto. Hinata would run over seeing the unconscious Naruto in the river, hoping that he's alive. As she pulls him out of the water, Naruto would be sopping wet and unconscious. Shino using his bugs would help lift Naruto, with Hinata and Lee carrying him, as the 3 would take Naruto returning to the Leaf Village to report what happened to the Sasuke retrieval mission. Naruto would be put in hospital but has very little physical wounds, instead having mostly just some head trauma from falling from that great height after he had completely exploded that snake. Anyway, when Naruto wakes up, Jiraiya would be sitting there waiting, snoring as his head would be filling up with air from his bubble. At this point, the bubble would pop as Jiraiya would shake his head awake, saying, "Hey kid, you're awake!" As he gets up, running over to the bed, Naruto would grumble, pulling himself up and rubbing his head, asking, what happened? After a bit of debriefing from Jiraiya, Naruto would remember everything, with Orochimaru and Kabuto having shown up, and him being knocked unconscious by one of Orochimaru's huge snakes. After that, he had no idea what happened. At that point, Naruto would ask Jiraiya what happened to Sasuke and the others, with Hinata also having been in the room, holding Naruto's hand, telling him that Sasuke was with Orochimaru and had escaped, and they had just barely been there when something had knocked all of them out. Naruto would remember just having the faded memory saying, "Oh, that's right, I screamed out for him not to go, and when that happened, this wave of energy just completely wiped everyone out. What the hell was that?" Jiraiya's eyes would light up, telling Naruto that that's a pretty good sign, saying that there's even more reason for the next thing he's about to tell him. It's at this point Jiraiya would inform Naruto that he's been given approval from the Hokage, Lady Tsunade, that they are to go off on a 2.5, roughly 3-year mission for Naruto to train under Jiraiya and get stronger. Naruto at first would be hesitant, but then would inevitably agree, his desire to keep up with Sasuke pushing him even further, as Naruto would pack his things saying goodbye to Kakashi and everyone else and Hinata, with him leaving the village. Hinata and Kakashi continuing to train together as Team 7, while Jiraiya and Naruto would leave for the 3 years. The time skip happens, and 3 years have passed. We see Master Jiraiya and a much taller blonde kid walking with his hands behind his headband flowing in the wind, as he and Master Jiraiya would be walking back to home, to the Leaf Village. Naruto would laugh, waving to the gate guards as he leaps up, jumping with his increased strength and landing on top of the water tower before throwing his hands up saying that he's home. Naruto Uzumaki has returned to the Hidden Leaf. "Hey, I recognize that voice." Naruto would turn down, seeing someone with pink hair. Who are you?" It's me, Sakura. I became a genin in the last 2 years." That's right, guys. Naruto would jump back down, seeing Ino, Sakura, and Kiba, the B team. That is right, his fellow former non-graduates had in the last 2 years made it and finally become genin. Naruto would laugh seeing both of them, saying, "Hey, how's it going? You know, it must be great looking up to your superior, right? Since I am a chunin after all." Kiba would be ranting and raving, saying how unfair it is that someone as weak as Naruto is a chunin. That's ridiculous. Naruto would smirk, saying if Kiba really thinks he's weak, he should come and test him. Akamaru would bark and Kiba would hold his fist up, saying, "What did you say?" It's at this point Jiraiya would come stepping in, saying there's no need for them to fight, saying that they were just here to report back to Tsunade, that the Hokage, that they had returned back from their mission. Jiraiya having been upkeeping his spy network while training Naruto simultaneously. Naruto would sigh as he holds his tongue out, spitting at Kiba, saying, "Yeah, I have a mission to go back to. See ya," as he waves, running to catch up with Jiraiya as the two would go towards the Hokage's office. Kiba would have an anger mark in his head, saying that kid's way too cocky. Sakura would sigh, saying that he is a chunin, so he technically is their superior. Ino would look at the two of them laughing, saying that she's just impressed the three of them managed to even make it this far at all. When Jiraiya and Naruto are heading up Hokage Tower, Naruto would bump into one of Lady Tsunade's Anbu. That's when he realizes, wait, is that you? Hinata? Hinata would take off her mask and hood as she then says out loud, "Naruto," as she gives Naruto a hug, being much more confident now. In the last 3 years, she had been training with Kakashi, and when Kakashi had started going on solo missions or missions of Guy, Tsunade had taken Hinata under her wing and made her her personal Anbu. Having even taken the Jonin tests, Hinata was being trained by Lady Tsunade in the arts of Haki and is actually an Anbu now, directly serving under the Hokage. Hinata would be blushing, hugging Naruto, asking how he's been. Naruto would laugh, saying that it's been great, saying he's way taller now. And I probably can't swim anymore. Huh? Swim? Does that mean you? Naruto would hold up his finger, saying, "Shh, shh." Yeah, that's right. Naruto, during the 3 years, ate and has been training with his new devil fruit. Which one? I don't think I'll tell you yet. Anyway, Naruto and Jiraiya would meet back up with Tsunade asking how everything went. Jiraiya would have had only one complaint during the 3 years, saying that when he was trying to help Naruto control the Nine Tails, he had almost died. Naruto would have a little sweat drop, saying he said he apologized for that. Tsunade would laugh, saying that it seems like you two had a good time, but it's time to test to see how much he actually learned. She would call in Team Kurenai. That's right, remember Kurenai didn't have a team in this version of things, because Ino Shikacho is being trained by Asuna, or I guess Ino Shinocho is being trained by Asuna, but now she does, with Sakura, Ino, and Kiba. You three will be going up against Naruto, with each of you possessing one of these bells. Kurenai would be with them, nodding, telling them all to do their best, with this being Tsunade's chance to show off what Naruto can do. As they're dropped in the forest with Sakura, Kiba, and Akamaru, and Ino having their bells, they'd split up trying to surround Naruto and use their techniques. Naruto would just stand in the center of the circle, closing his eyes as he senses the wind around him, quickly opening them as a flash of energy would be an orange burst of Haki. Yes, Haki. Naruto has unlocked and learned how to use Conqueror's Haki at will, as he manually forces his Conquerors, his will, his Sage Haki, over all three of them, knocking out Ino, Sakura, and Kiba and collecting the bells with ease. Tsunade would whistle, saying, "Guess you really did teach him, huh, Jiraiya?" Jiraiya would grin, watching, saying that kid's a full-on sage now. Well, almost. He's really bad at that one. The color of observation, it's his worst one. Naruto has pretty much mastered armament and Conqueror's Haki, even learning a bit of advanced armament Haki, but we'll get into that towards the Kazekage rescue mission. Anyway, Naruto has a shit time learning observation Haki. He is so bad at observation Haki that Jiraiya actually gave up training him on it during the 3 years, so he really just only knows how to use armament and Conquerors for now. Jiraiya would have speculated with Naruto when they were training this, saying that anyone should be able to open this color of Haki, that it's impossible that he can't use it. It must be the Nine Tails manipulating and messing with his observation Haki, maybe blocking it with his own, just to mess with Naruto, since that seems to be what must be going on. The chakra inside him always stirring up from Jiraiya's senses whenever Naruto tries to learn or is being trained by Jiraiya to use it when he blindfolds him and does the same training that Rayleigh would have done with Luffy in the original. Anyway, away from the flashbacks, Naruto would then go back with Jiraiya, grabbing some Ichiraku ramen and having a big slurp, enjoying it and saying, "Thanks, Pops." Naruto would slurp up the ramen like a madman, enjoying every sip of it. Naruto would get good sleep that night until the next day, when a dove coming from the land of wind would fly into the Hokage's office delivering a note telling Lady Tsunade that the Kazekage, the current one, that being the most recent wielder of the Sunasuna no Mi, Gaara, has been kidnapped alongside with the One-Tails, which has been taken from their underground facility and is now currently being held by 2 Akatsuki members somewhere off far away from the Sand Village. Tsunade would direct for the revived Team 7 of Sasuke, Hinata, and Naruto to be sent after the Kazekage as an emergency retreat mission, with Naruto being a Chunin and Kakashi a Jonin. They would currently be the highest ranked ninja in the village, and as such, for a Kage being completely kidnapped, would be the most suitable one to be sent on this mission. Naruto would head out, turning one last time at the Leaf Village gates, as Team 7 runs off into the desert. If you guys enjoyed part 7 for What If Naruto had Devil Fruits, make sure to slap the like button, comment down below what you thought, and subscribe to my channel. We just hit 30,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much. I have a special video coming out for that in a few weeks, which you guys will see. It's pretty cool. Anyway, thank you guys all again, and I'll see you all in the next one. Jane!